Welcome back to the Wildest Ride podcast. On this episode, we will be talking about Warner Brothers' potential sale and top 10 IPs we would like to see going into a Universal Park. I am your host, Brian California, and with me, as always, my good friend, Big Texas.
Hey, howdy, hey, what's going on, everybody?
What's happening, dude?
Dude, I wish I would have wore like a something Warner Brothers related for this.
Yeah, is Beetlejuice is, right? I don't know. It's,
Yeah, Beetlejuice is a Warner Brothers part of the Warner Brothers branch.
yep, so I got a Beetlejuice poster up there, so there we go.
Our
Yeah.
overload soon.
Dude, we'll see. But anyway, man, how's life in Central Florida?
You know that the Christmas parties have started. Uh, the trees are coming together at the theme park, so things are kind of looking up, for the holidays.
Mariah Carey's blasting at every Ross.
You know what? I will say this though. You get 3 months to celebrate Halloween in Central Florida. You
Yeah.
get 2 months to celebrate Christmas in Central Florida. So I'm gonna enjoy my 2 months, because I we just had 3 months of Halloween.
All right. Did you decorate your palm tree yet?
We don't do that here.
Oh, I saw a Corona commercial a long time ago. I thought that's what you guys did.
It's about to get real cold. Tomorrow it's supposed to be start of iguanas falling from the trees.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's an actual thing.
that's an actual thing.
What? That's crazy. It's actually kind of hot here in California right now, which is it's not unusual because it happens every once in a while. Like November can get kind of hot sometimes, but I've been. It was such a hot end of the summer that I thought we would be good for an earlier cold season, but I guess not. We're
Yeah, I just stepped outside. It's definitely need some type of hoodie, but it feels good. Perfect. I like to call it perfect theme park weather.
Yeah, we have a roller coaster weather right now. It was cold during the week last week. This weekend was kind of hot. It was just really weird, but it is really nice. I'm not gonna complain because it's not like 95. It's like 85 degrees, so it is really nice. But I like the 75. I'm a big 75 guy. Light sweater type deal in the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Anyway, we have a list of 10 IPs each that we would like to see going in there. Um, you want to kick that off?
So I just want to kind of talk about first this why I thought this would be a cool idea. So Warner Brothers, I believe they're talking about putting themselves up for sale. So it originally started with rumors of Paramount, Skydance wanted to acquire Warner Brothers, and then that's when the dominoes start falling. With Apple wanting to looked into it, Netflix looked into it, and then finally a few days ago, NBC Comcast was like, "Okay, we're gonna hire lawyers to look at how would a acquisition acquire." So basically, this is going to be a bidding war for Warner Brothers. So I've been talking about this for a while on the channel that this is something I thought potentially could happen. And now
Right.
that it finally happened, it doesn't mean this is set concrete because I still think the front runners to acquire Warner Brothers is probably going to be Paramount Skydance, but it'd be very awesome. The theme park side of me would love if NBC Comcast Universal was to acquire Warner Brothers. I
Right.
think that would be very cool for theme parks, for the East Coast, for the West Coast, internationally. At one point, Islands of Adventure was going to be primarily a kind of like a Warner Brothers style theme park for Universal back in like the 80s and 90s. There was a lot of concept art. It was going to be called Cartoon World. And so you was going to get a lot of Looney Tunes in the park. You were going to get basically you were getting a Batman land, and I don't know why the plans got scrapped, but you're this was something Warner Brothers was going to do.
All right.
Uh, for whatever reason, it just did not happen. Which is cool because I think you got the greatest theme park in the United States with Islands of Adventure right now. So everything happens for a reason. Now that the stars are kind of aligning, and Universal already has a working like arrangement with Warner Bros. As it is with the Harry Potter properties and stuff like that. So now to kind of get that into to become one, that's good because now you don't really have to pay a whole bunch of license fees, which you were paying, to use the IPs from Warner Bros. Because you own it now. So that's always a good thing, and to get some Warner Brothers properties in Universal, I think that could be potential game changer.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's some huge IPs with tied up with Warner Brothers. So
Oh, whether that's just the theme parks and Halloween Horror Nights in general, that's some of my stuff that was on my list is what I would want to see for like a future HHN events. You already have it in house. That'd be dope stuff to use in whether that's California, Orlando, Las Vegas, if they're Horrors Unleashed. I think that's something that they could actually probably really use. And if they want to do the Chicago thing, there you go.
all right. Well, you ready for this list then?
Let's do it.
All right.
So let's do this. Kind of like what we did last week. If there's something that was on our list, you could just say, "Hey, this was on my list too." You want to do that?
Yeah, that's fine. We could do that. So we just piggyback off each other.
Yeah, I don't have this in no particular order. It's just stuff like I wanted to see. So we say it's our top 10 list, but we could just say, hell, I have this on my list at number whatever. No particular order of what I was. This is just what I think would be pretty cool. Pretty cool to for university use. Is there anything you wanted to talk about with this potential deal, Brian? What this could mean for like you personally, or just like the state of California?
Well, so Warner Brothers lot in general is basically backed up to the Universal lot. So if Warner Brothers
Funny
were
how funny how that is, right?
yeah. So if the Warner Brothers lot is sold is part of the sale, if that's what is Universal decides, hey, yeah, we want to buy your lot also. That could potentially turn into basically the back lot itself, along with the portion of the already existing Universal back lot, and then you can portion off a lot of the Universal back lot into new theme park, a second gate for Universal Hollywood, which would be massive, which would be like because that right now. This is a 1 day park. There's no way around that. I mean, you can come back for a couple days. They do sell like multi-day tickets, obviously, but you can get everything pretty much done in 1 day, especially with Express. Uh,
I agree with that.
so now there talks about building resorts and stuff like that in Hollywood. Well, the best way to keep people staying in your hotels is by having another gate. And I think this is the perfect opportunity for that because now you're not only acquiring IPs to potentially put into a second gate, but you're acquiring land, which is literally next to you, which is in California. That's massive. That you don't get that opportunity every day.
I think it's so awesome. What's that part like right by like the mountain where you could kind of oversee parts of like Hollywood and stuff like that, and you can see the Warner Brothers lot right
Uh huh.
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when we tell y'all like they are next door neighbors, they are next door neighbors.
Oh, they're literally backed up into each other. So they're neighbors. They're actual neighbors.
Yeah.
And
So that.
it could be potentially a really huge purchase and could lead to some really really cool things in Hollywood.
Yeah, and we also got to keep a think about it like this as well. You know, now that Universal wants to up the game in California. You could
Mhm.
tell by what Brian said with the hotels and with the rumors of Waterworld potentially going away and them changing the I don't want to say it like that the front entrance of the backlot tour. They want to make new space so they could put more things into Hollywood as it is.
Right.
With this acquisition, you can now like double in size.
Hmm.
You know, to where the part a second theme park is very much possible. You know,
Now, can
I
you imagine?
think this I think this would benefit Hollywood more than it would benefit Orlando. Orlando
Oh,
already has the space.
yeah,
You
100%.
know,
This is
like what?
this would definitely be a Hollywood move. This is
Yeah,
to this is to compete with Disney a bit. Obviously, a lot of people when they plan a California vacation, uh, they do Universal and both Disney at the same time. But a lot of people look at that drive and they go, maybe let's do Knott's Berry Farm instead. You know, stuff like that. Because there's just not, especially if you've been to Orlando, most of that stuff there you've already done. Like aside from the tram tour, which is awesome, but is that really going to draw you an hour and a half drive away from from Disney? So I think a second gate would go a long way into to really biting off and taking off a little bit more of those people going to Disney. Especially even with that the distance between them.
yeah. So I've heard this rumor, and I don't know how true it was, but Warner Brothers was already looking about potentially moving and building a whole new studio in Las Vegas. So if they were to build a whole new studio in Las Vegas and just like, hey, Universal bought it, Universal can use that already, that lot right there, to build a second theme park.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, so I think this is a big deal for California. Orlando, we got allocated space. You know what I mean? And another thing too that we're not really talking about is I know before COVID, they were doing basically a Halloween Horror Nights over at the Warner Brothers lot as well.
yeah,
So now you have more space to do more HHN stuff at in California. So that could be a potential game changer. And so could you imagine two different parks running Halloween Horror Nights? That'd be pretty cool.
yeah, yeah. I think there's a lot of potential and the ideas could be endless with what they can do with that much more land in general. I mean, I would I would guess that they would want to keep that as a studio because there is a lot of infrastructure for studio space and already kind of there, and there is a lot of historic buildings on that lot that I'm not sure they can actually knocked down. So I think that might, if anything, that just gets added to like a tram tour. But portions of what we already have for the Hollywood backlot would get transformed into like a second park. So I don't think that gets. I don't think Warner Brothers lot, if it does get purchased along with this deal, gets touched as theme park or it gets remodeled in any way. But I think it it could be a big potential for more studio space for them, and uh, they can keep digging into that. Keep like kind of digging into that back lot at actual Universal, so kind of just pushing that back a little more.
Yeah, I can see that as well. Either or, I don't think you can necessarily go wrong. You know, because you could even just make that a part. Like, how do I want to say this? I think because they've already done a Halloween Horror Nights there, you could just make that kind of like an add-on. I don't know if that makes
It
sense.
it would. It's just. I think it would have to be two separate ticketed events,
Yeah,
just because they're so far from each other. In terms of like logistically being able to walk there, they're far. But like with transportation and all that, it makes sense as like added on second gate. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
that would be perfect.
yeah. So you want to go ahead and get into this top 10 list?
Yeah, you want me to go first?
Yeah, go first.
Well, this one's kind of simple, and there's a caveat with this one though. I think Looney Tunes would be huge. Uh, I know they're not as relevant as they were back in the '90s or even before that, but and also this the caveat is Six Flags currently uses the IP. However, with the merger with Cedar Fair, I'm not sure what's gonna stick and what's not because they also have Peanuts under that brand. So we're gonna see what actually sticks around with uh, Six Flags and Cedar Fair. But I think this could be potential for them in a new park or added on just to have another kiddie land because just I think that's with the DreamWorks stuff, it's all great, but it doesn't even have to be like a land. It could be something something added to like a water park or something in California. Like you can make like a like a splash pad for kids, in that second park. I just think there's a lot you can do with Looney Tunes. Not it again maybe a dated brand, but I think something like that would be cool. And Six Flags actually does a pretty decent job theming wise with that stuff. So even if it's like something similar to what they do, I think would still work out in a second park in Hollywood.
I had Looney Tunes number 8 on my list, so I agree with you. Six Flags is going to have a lot of interference. I feel like with this list, just in general. Or let's say Universal buys Warner Brothers. How does that impact Six Flags? Because you already have a working agreement. You know what I
Yep.
mean? I'm sure it's tied up. Can What can Universal do to like, all right, can we put these in our parks? Is it kind of like the same agreement Disney has with like the whole Disney Universal when it comes to Marvel?
Right.
You
Right.
know, uh, basically, Disney can't do really too much Marvel in the East Coast past the Mississippi. There's certain things that they could get away with if it basically if Universal did not use anything for Superhero Island, like even like a picture. That's where Disney could kind of get away with that. So that's why you see Guardians
Right.
at Epcot because in the '90s nobody was talking about Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm sure there wasn't even a comic coming
Yeah, it's going to be
out.
interesting because I think that's a slam dunk with the purchase, but obviously we don't know what they're going to have in place with an agreement with Six Flags and Cedar Fair uh, going forward. So it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting, but I think that's something potentially that would be fun for kids to have.
Yeah, or could money talk and be like, hey, we'll give you X amount of money for us to use this at our theme park? Because I still think there's some life left in Looney Tunes. I think honestly that they've been kind of not what's the word I'm looking for? Not treated with that much care lately,
Hmm.
and that's the problem.
Okay.
And maybe under a new type of ownership, we could see life back into the Looney Tunes. Or even just like opportunities to take pictures with Bugs Bunny, Daffy, and stuff
Yep.
like
Yep.
that. I think Universal would already do a much better job at that than what Warner Brothers is currently, or what Six Flags is currently
Yeah.
doing.
Even if it's not a full blown land or a ride or anything like that, they can do what they do with like Scooby Doo, and that's have them around in the park and have photo ops and stuff like that. But I think it's something that could be of value to Universal in a potential purchase.
Yeah, because like even like just as a kid, at one point I had Bugs Bunny and Mickey like right at like they were basically 1A 1B type deal, and as growing up you could see just how much Looney Tunes is kind of falling. It's kind of sad in a way, but it would be kind of cool to see the Looney Tunes roaming around Universal.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm a big Looney Tunes fan, so I love Tasmanian Devil, so that'd be fun.
I still have my Tasmanian Devil lunchbox.
That's a good one. Um, you want me to keep
I
going, or you wanna?
I'll go.
Okay.
So what I had on my list, is the number one thing I wanted to see, or again, mine's not really in order, but I had DC as my thing that I feel like that'd be the what everybody would want to see. Like you to actually go to Gotham
Right.
and hang out in Gotham. Uh, this would be good for theme park fans in so much ways, and let me explain why. I think again, Six Flags kind of what they do with DC. I don't think it's been that great. You know, basically they'll do like a roller coaster and attach this coat of paint. Oh, it's a Superman roller coaster. Oh, it's a Batman roller coaster.
Right.
Six Flags does not do immersiveness at all. You know, not the fault of it, but that's just not something they do. Universal does immersiveness, and I would say they do it better than Disney at this point.
Yeah.
I think it would be so dope if you can go to a Gotham, if you can go to a Metropolis, if you could go to a Central City and kind of play in that world. You know, there's so much that you could do. Like especially like Gotham. That's the number one thing I want to see. You know, go to Gotham. You know, have interactions with Batman, with the Joker, with Harley Quinn. Could you imagine an HHN house with the Rogue Gallery, of the Batman villains?
Right.
That might be the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
They've already done it at the Warner Brothers lot,
It'd be fun. It'd be fun.
so that would be cool. The other thing I want y'all to think about is if obviously if you use DC, that means you're now no longer need the Marvel properties. So Marvel's free to go, and now Disney can now touch. You start using all the Marvel properties. Uh, Start using all the Marvel properties on the East Coast. So now they don't have no restrictions, and Universal can now go move along forward with DC. 'Cause DC at this, I would say this stage with James Gunn's building, DC's kind of they're regaining some momentum.
Yeah.
So I think that you can use both sides. I think that'd be very awesome for theme park goers and stuff like that, and uh, I think that'd be very cool. I would definitely would like to say go back to. I would like to see something Gotham related, more like a you in like the Batmobile, kind of like a test track. I think that'd be kind of dope. Or even if you could do something like maybe like test track mixture of like Rise of Resistance with the Batmobile. I think that'd be super dope, and it'd be cool to play in that world.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like you do a Gotham and a Metropolis, like you said. Even a Central City, that'd be fun. Like if you have just a mixture of those cities as lands, or even if it's one big land that you step from Gotham to Metropolis to Central City, and you get to see the Flash, and you get to see even like random ones like Green Arrow, like like guys like that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, like almost like the what they're doing with Avengers Campus. With every new property that you're using, you can have the heroes out and about. I think that's what makes Avengers Campus. Uh, I don't think Avengers Campus is that good,
no,
but what makes it okay is anytime that they do those, like anything that's on Disney Plus or the movies, those characters are out and about.
right.
So that's why I think it makes it just okay. Now, give it a few more years whenever they do the Avengers e-ticket ride and the other thing. We're going to be talking very differently about Avengers Campus.
So Magic Mountain, obviously a Six Flags park, did they have a Batman ride, a Superman ride, stuff like that. Well, Superman no longer exists, but they have a Batman ride, and they've had like Joker stuff. So they had a little bit of a like a Gotham area, and they did a decent job. Not world class by any means, but they did a decent job theming it. And even especially the Batman coaster, you go into like underground sewage and kind of like that type of a deal. Uh, and with that music blaring, like that Batman score blaring, like that's such a cool feel. I can't even imagine a full blown land like that. Like just like even if it's like even if it's like a just a ride and they build an area around that ride, I think would be just a really cool thing to have. But a full blown like Gotham Land would be that would be awesome.
Yeah, because like just you can even just look at what Islands of Adventure is now with Marvel Superhero Island. Like it's all right, but back then they just weren't doing immersives like how they're doing immersives now.
Yeah,
Like, oh my God, like this would be some next level stuff that
and
Universal would be doing.
it would give Universal an opportunity to redo islands, especially that superhero island area. You can it would give them a chance to completely remodel that thing. You have the Hulk coaster that could turn into whatever you want it to be, the Green Lantern coaster. I don't know. Like you're gonna change IPs on it. That's what's gonna happen. But you can keep the hardware there, and especially with the Spider-Man ride, and you can change it over to a Batman ride or whatever you want to do with it. But I think it gives them the opportunity to completely redo that land, and make it a little more immersive.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Well, the way I have my list constructed here is I wrote down a few potential IPs for kids, scary stuff, and then like e-ticket attractions plus lands. So I'll go with another kids IP here that I think would be awesome, and stuff that they could do really. Honestly, they could even replace this with Simpsons, and that would be Cartoon Network. I think Cartoon Network would be something really cool to have in the parks, like Rick and Morty and stuff like that. You can have that stuff, you know.
Cartoon, that's Adult Swim, bruh. That's not kids.
I mean,
I
it's
know what you mean,
you
though.
know what I mean, but like it's the same cut of the cloth as like Simpsons. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's not really meant for kids, but it is. Kids will be drawn to it, and the same thing with like Rick and Morty. Like you can put Rick and Morty in the parks, and I think it'd do well, even though the subject matter isn't exactly the most family friendly. But I think that would be something that especially teenagers and kids
oh,
would love, even adults, because who doesn't love Rick and Morty?
adults will love that.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, some kids would probably. I back when I was a kid, I was watching Family Guy, so some kids would love that too. And obviously, as a meet and greet, hell yeah,
Oh yeah, 100%.
I would eat that up. And Rick and Morty was very close to coming on my list, but I just have a hard time thinking that any major theme park brand would want to go all the way with year round with something that's rated like MA.
Yeah, that was my only thought process was like, would they ever even do this? Um, but I mean, we there's stuff, I guess, yeah, you're right. The subject matter is a little tough, but
I
um,
think as a meet and greet, oh yeah, they would do that.
yeah,
I think that's easy. Easy money. And I would advocate that Universal should be doing more meet and greets. You know what I mean? I think there's a lot of money to be made with those type of things. Just interacting with characters, I think would be kind of cool, and letting just somebody as Rick, just kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? Roast you.
oh
I think
yeah,
would be
yeah,
dope. It's like kind of like how you have interactions with Doc Brown,
yeah.
but it's a completely opposite with Rick. I think
Can you,
that'd be very.
can you imagine if Doc Brown and Rick were to like meet each other? Oh, dude, it'd be the best.
Yeah. Or you know what? You can even take it a step further. We had the Bill and Ted shows. What if they did like a Rick and Morty Halloween show? Where they come back to like our universe and stuff like that, and just roast pop culture. I think that'd be awesome.
That would be awesome, actually. I like that, but I think there's a lot of use with that brand because it's very popular. So merch would sell well, and I think something like a meet and greet would do well. So I think that like a Cartoon Network land, I think would do well in place of Simpsons.
Yeah, but the rumors were they of what was going to replace Simpsons. I would much rather want that. You
Okay,
know what it was?
wasn't a Pokemon, right?
Oh, Pokemon. Give me
Yeah.
Pokemon. Give me Pokemon all day.
Yeah, I guess, but like, I mean, if that wasn't feasible for them,
Okay, which one would you rather have, Pokemon or Cartoon Network?
Pokemon, 100%. But like,
Come
I
on,
think
man.
if it wasn't feasible, that I think Cartoon Network would be a decent
Why
replacement.
wouldn't Why wouldn't Pokemon be feasible?
I don't know. They just maybe it fell through some type of agreement.
I think Pokemon's going to happen. So the newest rumor I've heard is now Islands of Adventure.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
I think they're just trying to figure out where to put Pokemon.
if they were
I
to take out like uh what's the what is it, Cartoon Lagoon, what is it called, what's the
Oh,
where
Toon Lagoon.
Toon Lagoon, if they were to take out Toon Lagoon and remake that all as Pokemon, I'd be down for that.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude, I don't
all
care.
that stuff's from like the 1940s, bro. Like, that's,
I don't care where. Just make it happen. If
yeah.
that's a Universal, cool. That's an Islands of Adventure, cool. If that's an Epic Universe, cool. I don't want to wait 10 to 20 years for a new theme park for you to put Pokemon in. I want to be catching them all right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Right now. But
Get
I'd be
me
cool.
get me
But I,
a Pokemon Snap Dark Ride.
something, bro. Something. But I would be cool with something Cartoon Network related. I don't know how much the brand is these days, because
Yeah,
I don't know. But back when I was a kid, man, dude, if I could have like in there, like, give me some Dexter's Laboratory merch or like some Ed and Eddie merch,
yeah.
Powerpuff Girls, I'd be cool with that.
Okay, yeah, that would be fun. I think Cartoon Network would fit. I mean, obviously, Pokemon would do a million times better, but I think that's something that's a potential replacement. Even if you want to put Pokemon somewhere else, and then still replace Simpsons with something, and that would be an option.
And you know what would be good for Cartoon Network? And this new Universal Kids theme park that we keep forgetting about.
Oh yeah, that would fit really well. You got Shrek and then Rick and Morty right next door.
No, well, dude, that's Adult Swim. I'm talking about Cartoon Network for the kid park.
Right, right, right. All right. Well,
Real quick, can you hear my dog throwing a tantrum?
slightly, not distracting though.
Okay.
But
He wants me to throw his bunny, and I'm like, dude, you have no manners. I'm doing a podcast.
I'm leaving this in, by the way.
Huh?
I said I'm leaving this in. I'm not editing down this part. But anyway, what do you have next?
You have no manners, bro. You have no manners. Oh my god.
All right, what do you have next on your list?
Next I have on my list is, I think, something that would basically be a headline for any Halloween Horror Nights event. And it's currently on HBO Max right now as a series, but
Uh huh.
it would be, that's something you wouldn't use in everyday Universal,
No, of
but
course
you
not.
would definitely be using. That would probably be the most marquee house out of HHN, would be it.
Oh, 100%.
And you got It Chapter One, you got It Chapter Two, you have the remakes, you have
Mm-hmm.
what's going on right now. There's a lot that you could, a lot of life in it being at the Universal Halloween Horror Nights. That would be very cool to do.
So I do have it on my list as well. I had it at number, well, it's at number 9, but it was, again, I didn't write these things in as like particular order, because I grouped them as like categories, and this is one of the categories. This is one of the one I had for like an HHN category, and I think, yeah, it would be a perfect IP. So in Hollywood a couple of years ago, prior to COVID, might have been, yeah, it was prior to COVID. They had an like pop up walkthrough type thing. It was a scare maze, kind of a little short, but people were legitimately freaked out, and it's the actual character of Pennywise that really freaks people out. That's one of the most. It's not like they're menacing. It's not like he's a menacing character, but he's a very creepy dude.
he's a very menacing character.
Yeah, like he's very
um,
creepy, and he's just. I think that's a perfect IP to have as a HHN house.
they had back when the only year they did the DC, not the DC, but they did the Warner Brothers Halloween Horror Nights. They had it apps. It would
Oh,
be
okay.
so cool to check that out, you know. But if Universal gets it, or even now, like, dude, make a partnership. We should have been had it as a HHN house, you
And
know.
I should explain when I said Hollywood, I don't mean at HHN Hollywood. I don't mean at Universal Hollywood. I meant in Hollywood, like the actual place. So they did it on Sunset Boulevard, or it might have been Hollywood Boulevard. They did it on Hollywood Boulevard. It was a pop up thing maze. So don't think I meant H. Don't go looking for it on on YouTube. Well, it's actually on YouTube, but it'll be from the actual city of Hollywood, not HHN Hollywood. So just in case you got confused by that, you're like, wait, I didn't know Hollywood had a it house.
Well, they did it one year of the Warner Brothers lot.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna piggyback off of that, and I'll throw out another one for HHN, and I think The Conjuring would be perfect. I
I
think that
believe I had The Conjuring as number 6. Yeah.
yeah. So I think that'd be another perfect house. For HHN. Very right up their alley for this one. HHN loves these types of IPs, and I think it would make a perfect house as well.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. That would be something I would consider like a pillar. Like that would be like up there with like Insidious and
Yep,
stuff like that. That would be a
that was
cool
exactly my
HHN
thought.
house.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd be for that.
yeah, it's a good. That's one that's man. It's a scary movie. So
Oh, and I mean they did so many spin-offs like with the Nun,
mm-hmm.
Annabelle.
Annabelle. Yep.
Who who wouldn't want that at a HHN?
Well, considering I don't like dolls, me, but still,
You did have the Doll's House pretty low, so
yeah,
yeah, I know what you
out
mean.
of pure fear. So what do you have next? Yeah, rip
What
one off
I
of your list.
have is I think something that you would appreciate. I don't know if you have it on your list, but I have the Goonies.
Oh, it's a good one. I don't have that on my list. Although I have fantasized about the Goonies in a theme park before, which I don't know why I didn't put this on my list. That's kind of I there's a lot of IPs that are tied to subsidiaries for Warner Brothers that you have to dig into. And obviously I didn't dig deep enough and the Goonies didn't pop up on my radar, but explain.
I think the Goonies would be something as like a water ride, you know, like that could probably replace, you know, Dudley Do Right.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome, you
Yeah.
know.
I entered a contest, like a ride contest with Coaster Radio one time, and it was an idea that I had with the Goonies ride, like a Goonies ride, would be th- them going through like the house and the little uh, caves area would be like the queue line, and then we'd have like a water ride that would like just how they're going down the water slide, basically. Um, it would be like a water coaster, basically going in and then splashing down, and then you'd have like very similar to the one at SeaWorld, the Journey to Atlantis. So I think that similar type of ride would be like a roller coaster, and then it also could turn into a water ride, and then that big ship scene at the very end would be cool. Very similar to obviously Pirates of the Caribbean. Kind of be almost be a little bit of a rip off of that, but I think that scene with like gold and jewels and stuff like that going through that would be really really cool. And yeah, I think Goonies would be a fun one. Obviously, a lot of people, if they did shot for shot, it would look a lot like Pirates of the Caribbean at Disneyland or Disney World. But uh, I think they could add more thrill aspect to it, and it'd be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I agree. Like I think that like I said, I could go Pirates of the Caribbean route, or if you wanted to do like Splash Mountain type deal,
Yeah.
I think having that type of IP and Universal would just be a lot of fun.
Yep. I think
You
so too.
know?
Yeah. So that's a good one. I did not have that on my list though. That's one that I should have had on my list. I love the Goonies. Goonies is one of my favorite movies of all time.
I know you don't want to tell me to watch it.
And did you enjoy it?
I liked it.
Yeah.
Like it's enough that like obviously like I think you would appreciate it more watching it as a kid compared to an adult. Like I didn't like I liked it, I didn't hate it. But I think that'd be something that'd be just cool as like a legacy attraction.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like almost be like celebrated like as like like ETs of the world, the Jurassic Parks. Even though Back to the Future is no longer a ride, they still have Back to the Future a presence at the Universal Parks.
Right.
Same idea. I mean, that'd be kind of cool. Have it. You can have the robbers around, messing with people. Like, hey, do you know where this? I think that'd be dope.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally be a really really cool aesthetic to have, and I think even if they did it like a like Tom Sawyer Island type of exploring little area for kids, that'd be fun. So like there's a lot they could do with that.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Uh,
What else do you have?
I think this would work well as an attraction, not as a land. But the only thing that's holding up is that there's a restaurant outside in City Walk. But I have Willy Wonka.
That's a good
As
one.
like a boat ride. You kind of go through like a chocolate river. As like a dark ride. I
Oh yeah.
think that'd be something very cool. I don't know why nobody's ever done this before. I just feel like that'd be dope.
Uh,
you know.
I mean, we've talked about how living with the land kind of feels Willy Wonka-ish sometimes, going through that tunnel with on the boat. But yeah, that I've also, and anytime you watch the movie, you can't help but daydream about that being an actual theme park attraction and you being able to go on that. And I mean, the original one might be a little psychotic. It gets a little
Uh,
scary there, but
but I would actually want the original one than the Johnny Depp one.
oh,
Or
me, no, 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 no. Don't get me wrong. Me too. Uh, but you're right. Going through like Willy Wonka land with like Oompa Loompa like animatronics and seeing all the candy around and maybe the smells, the pumping chocolate smell or whatever you want to do with it. And
and
then
like each scene could be, like the kid messing up, and
yeah, that'd be
who
that'd be
who
such a perfect ride for a
who
theme park.
wouldn't love that? And then
Yeah, and then you can exit into the candy shop.
oh yeah, that's what I was gonna go with. You buy a big Willy Wonka bar, have a whole bunch of treats and stuff like that. Who would not love that?
They could do an actual golden ticket thing. If you do pull a golden ticket, you get a free fast pass for the day or something. You know?
Dude, yes, Express Pass. Come
Yeah.
on.
Like what I'm saying? Like it's like you and up to six people get a free express pass for the day. Something like that.
If any Universal executives are listening to this, look, man, we trying to make y'all some money. You know
Dude,
what I mean?
how many people would buy those Wonka bars if there was that caveat attached to it? Like 1 in 1,000 people get a fast pass for the day. Like, are you
Dude,
kidding
you could
me?
even do like 1 in 1 million, and people would still do it.
Yeah, yeah,
It's a cool, fun, like like almost playing like the lottery type deal.
yeah.
That'd be dope.
And the worst thing that comes out of it is, guess what? You get chocolate, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, we're just
yeah.
selling this, dude. I think Willy Wonka is a huge one. Who hasn't daydreamed about that? You know what I mean? Like that's definitely one of those that would be really cool at a theme park.
Exactly.
I know
Exactly.
I know Alton Towers in the UK had a Willy Wonka attraction. It was a dark ride, but it wasn't anything to like the extent of what we were talking about. I'm sure there are probably some other ones that like lesser theme parks, non mega theme parks like Universal or Disney have done them, but like we're talking like an elaborate, like Universal sized or Disney sized attraction here.
Yeah.
It'd be fun. It'd be fun. Um, I have one that would be crazy. Uh, and I think this was one of my favorite movies, and I think it would be really fun. And I think a Mad Max attraction would be cool.
I've had Mad Max on my list too. It was number 7.
Yeah, I think Mad Max would be an interesting. I think this would have to be a simulator ride, to be honest with you. I think there's no way around that. Uh, Making that a practical ride would be tough, but something very similar to what you got with Fast and Furious, but uh, just do it better. You know what I mean? Like, I think that would be cool. Even if, like, let's say they purchase it in time and they still don't have anything in that building for what they had for the tram tour for Fast and Furious, you could turn that into Mad Max. Things like that. But I
Or
think,
even like a stage show.
yeah, 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 yeah. Even like a music show, you have that guy with the guitar or something. But like that would be such an interesting IP to have. But you could really do a lot with it. You're right. You can make a stage show out of it. You can make a stunt show. Maybe that could replace.
Yeah, like a stunt show, yeah.
Yeah, that could replace like Waterworld or something. But like that, I think that would be perfect. That would be super fucking cool.
I agree. They was on my list as well. So, like, even that could even be like a Halloween Horror Nights house.
That'd be
You know,
interesting with all those
you
white
know.
face dudes.
So stuff like that. It'd be a fun property to use.
Yeah, Mad Max would be definitely. We have a poster on our wall of Mad Max. Me and my wife love that movie. Even the Furiosa movie we liked. Um, what else do you have on your list?
I have a cool one. Can't believe this has never been used at any theme park, or even Disney has not decided. But Godzilla.
Ah, that's on my list.
I
I
think
think
uh, I
it'd
think
be a
like
good
a
one.
yeah, Godzilla. Even like tie in with like King Kong or something like that. I
Yep.
think that would be kind of that'd be dope. Can't believe they've actually never used it. Uh, I don't know how you would even start to build like an attraction, a land or something like that. But I think it'd be kind of cool if you could have like some type of Godzilla animatronic. You
So
know,
I thought about this, and I'm like, you're right. Like it'd be difficult to kind of just plug and play, but what if? And I know this might be blasphemy for some people, but there's already a lot of Jurassic Park stuff going on. What if they just redid River Adventure into Godzilla, since it's right next door to King Kong anyway? Redo that, kick that out of Jurassic Park, and just redo River Adventure into Godzilla's River Adventure, and just that last animatronic when you're about to go down, it's Godzilla instead, and it'll shoot out a fireball or something.
that'd be so much blasphemy. And I don't even like Jurassic Park like the ride like that.
I know that's why I love Jurassic Park, but people would freak the hell out. But I think,
I would be for it
uh huh.
on one condition.
What's that?
The condition would have to be is you would then have to make another Jurassic Park attraction, the same one as Beijing.
I don't think they have the space for that.
I probably agree with you. They need to figure it out. um, yeah, Jurassic Park. I mean, Godzilla would be such a good one. I would almost want to say, yo, dude, Can instead of be confrontation, it be Godzilla confrontation? You know,
Hey,
you going through
or
Japan,
or just
and
add them
it,
to it. I don't know.
yeah. Somehow, somewhere, I think Godzilla would be dope.
I think that was the only feasible way in my mind to add them to Islands of Adventure to keep it in on brand with Kong and Godzilla was to take out River Adventure. Since it's way overdue for an update anyway. Instead of just giving it the Hollywood makeover, just hey, we're putting Godzilla in, and you're gonna like it.
I think Godzilla would probably fit way too well in maybe like a Tokyo theme park.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
100%. Yeah.
uh, our proposed Hollywood second gate.
Yeah.
Think Godzilla would fit way too well.
Yeah,
I
that would be interesting.
I would be for some type of Godzilla. I would be for a Godzilla and King Kong type attraction. But Godzilla as a whole, like, yeah, I take that too.
Or even if you want to add it to the tram tour or something, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
Just have one really sick animatronic of Godzilla. Poof, that'd be cool.
yeah.
That would really spruce up the tram tour, give it a little bit of a boost. That's kind of been needing, to be honest with you, because
Or you could have like Godzilla emerging out of water.
instead of Jaws, take out Jaws and put Godzilla. um, was it my turn or your turn?
Your turn.
Okay. One that I wrote down was The Matrix, and I
Okay.
think this would work well as a stage show. Not so much an attraction, but like a very born stuntacular type of Matrix show would be really really cool. I think that would work perfect in Hollywood, only because I get that we do have Waterworld, but we really need another show, some type of an attraction that's not an actual physical ride. We really need it. There's just not a ton to do in that park aside from just the rides. So I think adding a stage Matrix show would be awesome.
Yeah, I thought about putting Matrix on my list. I'm just not that big of a fan of the Matrix, so that's why I left it off my list. But if you were to put Matrix in like theme parks, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would be happy about it. Like
Oh yeah,
they wouldn't be pissed off.
yeah. You get a Keanu Reeves meet and greet, dude. Come on, man. Put him and John Wick together.
Yeah, I can see that as like a some type of show.
Yeah, like I think it would work really well as a stage show. Even if it isn't like in a new park, or if like let's say Hollywood does build a second park, that would be their stage show. That I think that would work really well.
Yeah, I'd be for it. That gets a thumbs up for me.
What do you have?
All right, what do I have? I have. All right, this is I did have Mad Max. This one I think would be kind of cool. This would probably have to be done at a new theme park, but I had Mortal Kombat on
Oh,
my
that's
list.
awesome. Yeah, I didn't even know they had Mortal Kombat as under the Warner Brothers umbrella.
Yeah, like if you could have like some type of stunt show with Mortal Kombat, I think that'd be kind of cool. And if you could do some type of dueling coaster of Scorpion versus Sub Zero, I think that'd be really awesome.
I think we discussed this already when we were at Disney Springs. Of my idea for a Scorpion side coaster, launch coaster, where you would turn the corner, it'd be dark, and then all of a sudden a Scorpion animatronic pops up, and he says, "Get over here!" and you launch towards him. I think that would be the coolest launch in the world. Like there would be, and then on the other side, the Sub Zero one, you do this something very similar, but it's Sub Zero just shooting you out like a cold blast, and then like it gets really cold in that tunnel, and then
Yeah.
you launch out together, and then you race each other. Take my money,
Oh
dude.
yeah.
100%. And you add the score to the ride, forget about it. That's number one coaster in the world type stuff right there.
Yeah, I think that as a dueling coaster, you can have go into like some tunnels where you actually see them like fighting and dueling. You know what I mean? You can
Yeah,
have like the effects, or
yeah,
like the scorpion. Like have like a fire effect. I don't
uh huh.
know, or make it really hot. And then on the other side, you make it really cool. And then like inside the layers, obviously Sub Zero's layer could be cold. Ice. That'd be dope.
It would be pretty awesome. Yeah, that's one that we both. I think we both fantasized really well at Disney Springs. We were just like, dude, that would be really sick.
Yeah. And like, as a stunt show, that'd be dope too.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, so Magic Mountain used to have a Batman stunt show, which was honestly really good. Like they had a stadium built next to Riddler's Revenge, and they had like a bunch of actors. They had a Batmobile, and it was just a lot of dudes, and fire effects and stuff like that. I think something like that, like a stunt show like that, would be awesome. And like, you imagine how many Mortal Kombat characters you get involved in this. That'd be awesome.
And like you could also do like you could even do like a Halloween Horror Nights type house with this. You could even do like meet and greets. Like who would not want to meet like their favorite, Mortal Kombat character?
All right.
I think that'd be something that'd be cool. So yeah, again, if y'all execs, y'all listen to this, y'all need to go ahead and put this in a blueprint and get this made. We trying to make y'all some money.
A lot of money. Like
we
a
trying to make
ton of
y'all
money.
some trying to make y'all some money.
Damn. Just throw us some bones. That's it. That's all we're asking for.
we trying to make y'all them dollar bills.
Just invite us to some events and we're good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you take these for free. This is free, baby. Free.
Oh, just let us cut the ribbon at
Yeah.
the
All right. So this is my last one
welcome
that oh
welcome
go,
to Mortal Kombat.
I don't think your dog liked that one, but it's fine. All right. Well, this is the last one on my list, and I'm very confident that it's the last one on your list. I don't know because we've talked about this in the past. Uh, I have Lord of the Rings as like the one that I think a lot of people have talked about being in a theme park, and it would be really cool and would make an incredible land with potential incredible rides.
I did not have Lord of the Rings on my list. And I'm gonna tell you why I did not have Lord of the Rings on my list.
Why is
It's
that?
because I don't know who owns Lord of the Rings. Cause I feel like it's like a whole bunch of companies that
It is.
own like Lord of the Rings. So it's like, I wouldn't even know how to like attack that one. But
Yeah.
yes, I would be for Lord of the Rings, land.
So I think Warner Brothers owns the movie rights to them. The book rights is owned by somebody else. I even think the merch rights might even be owned by somebody else. But I think it. I think with enough money and knowing Comcast, they have enough money. They can all make it work. Money talks, baby. We all know that. Um, I think they can make that work, and I think a Middle Earth land with like a centerpiece of a volcano, and that would be off the charts, man. I think that would
I-
be
Is a
amazing.
volcano is a volcano in the Lord of the Rings movie?
Is it not?
I never watched a
It's Mordor, man. Yeah, you throw the
I
ring.
never watched Lord of the Rings.
You're supposed to throw the ring into the volcano.
Oh, all right. I mean, listen, those are not my type of movies. Do I think? But Harry Potter are also not my type of movies, and I do enjoy the Harry Potter lands that they have built. So I think it'd
Hmm.
be same principle. I think stepping foot in the Middle Earth uh world would be cool.
Yeah, you could start by come walking into a Hobbit village, very simple, and then turn some type of corner or going through some type of tunnel, and then have this super epic reveal of Mordor, like or of Middle Earth would be mind blowing. And I think it would. if they really did it well, if they really, really went all out on it, would potentially be the best land at any theme park. If they really just went all out on it, and they can have a couple of really cool attractions, even a coaster if they wanted it. That I just think it would be awesome. It's something that Lord of the Rings, you either love it or you're like about it. They're like I don't know if there's anybody like that's just like a lukewarm Lord of the Rings fan. Like you're either really into it or you're kind of like I don't know, that's not my thing. But I think a land would do like for example, Avatar, not my favorite movie, but an
I,
Avatar land's awesome.
so Avatar grew on me. Like for the longest time, I was not that big of an Avatar movie fan. I did like the land, and then
Yeah.
something told me to get into the movies. Like, let's give the movies another shot. And I actually am a really big Avatar fan now. I'm looking forward to seeing the third one
Yeah.
coming out in next month, mainly because of the Avengers trailer. But I'm also looking forward to watching the movies.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
just tell you. So last time I saw the last Avatar movie, I think I saw I had like a 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock screening. That was one of the worst mistakes of my life. This was 11 o'clock at night.
Okay.
And dude, I tell you, I did not get out of that theater till like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, it was bad. I was like, never again. I'm gonna go see a matinee for this next time.
Yeah.
But I agree. I think Lord of the Rings, as much as not a big Lord of the Rings guy, I think would work really well for a theme park. Here's the one thing I would be most excited about. I just feel like the food would be busted.
Yeah. I
Like,
get.
I feel like the food would be so good. That's what I'd probably be excited for the most. Give
I
me give me some type of pork shank or something. Sign me
so
up.
so if you were to like let's say you were to sign off on a Lord of the Rings land, where would you see it? Where would you put it?
I could Epic Universe.
Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. I think Epic Universe would be the place for it. Uh, the only thing about it is it seems like an adult version of How to Train Your Dragon. So it have a similar
Or
aesthetic.
or maybe Lost Continent.
Uh, yeah, I could see Lost Continent would be pretty cool. They would have to go deep back into. Uh, they might have to go a little backstage, but I think it would work out.
And that's the problem with a lot of this stuff. It's like, you already had two existing theme parks. You would obviously have to lose something to gain something. Where, at Epic, you basically be working on a blank canvas, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Uh, Either way, if that was holding up, I would still give it a thumbs up. And I feel like, Lord of the Rings would just work really well with this new Universal England park, London park,
yeah, yeah.
which I know that they got to go ahead to use Harry Potter at this London park. So
Which is
I don't
huge.
know if that,
That's actually really big for them that they were able to do that.
yeah. So yeah, either way, yeah, Lord of the Rings would be dope. And
Um,
I think you would be also attracting a new type of fan base into the theme parks and stuff like that.
yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%. Bring in the nerds, dude. Bring in the nerds. Um, so what do you have as your last one? I'm
As my
assuming it's your last
last
one.
one, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it's been a while since I've seen this movie as a kid. I probably need to go back and watch it. I just feel like it would work really well as a dark ride and like merch. But Gremlins.
Gremlins. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I could see Gremlins. To be fair, I have seen Gremlins, and it also has been a little while since I've seen. I think it's along the line of like an ET, like in terms of lore. So like, yeah, I think that would work out really well. Or actually, my buddy Will just dressed his daughter for her first Halloween as a Gremlin, as Gizmo. So, but yeah, merch would sell well. I think it's something that a lot of older people would appreciate, and even the younger crowds would be interested in.
Well,
So,
so they just announced that they're going to be doing another Gremlins movie.
oh, okay.
So that's why I also put it on there. I was like, well, you're kind of now introducing Gremlins back into, with the newer generation and stuff like that. So why not,
So, what would you wanna?
I think it's
What?
just a dark ride, a
Okay,
simple dark ride.
gotcha.
You
Yeah,
know, you
I could definitely see that.
like a ET, honestly, like a Secret Life of Pets.
Oh, but just
I think,
Gremlins.
yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Even the queue would work well. Just Gremlins popping up around you. It would be kind
And
of fun.
it could work as a HHN house.
It, yeah, that's another one. Just don't feed
You
them
know,
after midnight, dude.
dude,
But technically, if you feed them anytime, isn't it technically after midnight?
it's been a while. I don't understand the Gremlins lore. Like I said, I'm probably going to have to go back and watch this movie.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I just feel like it would work so well as an attraction, as a dark ride. Ah, sign me up.
I could see that. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah. I do have one honorable mentions. This one, I know we were talking about the rated MA. I don't know how well it'll work, but I know a lot of people would love it. And this might interfere with the whole Middle Earth stuff, but Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that was one that I was debating on putting on my list, but I'm like, dude, there's so much subject matter on there that you just can't. Like, there's no way you could do it. Like, it's pretty brutal. Like, just a lot of the stuff that happens in that show, and plus literally every character dies. So it's like, like I think that's just a tough one. I think honestly, a like maybe a show would be okay, like that type of a thing. But that's kind of all you would be able to do with it. But man, that is the most mature of MA ratings you can possibly get. I think.
Yeah, that was my hardest one. I was like, ooh, I know people love Game of Thrones. Like people would actually attract by the flock to go see that, but it's like don't think it would work good at a. Would you call Universal a family theme park?
Yeah,
Yeah, it wouldn't work well as a family under a family theme park.
I mean, really think about it. Like the IPs that they have in place at all their theme parks, there's not really one that's anything even closer to like rated R. If you really think about it.
Yeah, like the only time they get away with that type of stuff is Halloween Horror Nights, and I don't know if Game
Yeah.
of Thrones would work well for Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah, even like their bigger, like scarier attractions, like The Mummy. That's a funny movie, in the sense at least the Brendan Fraser one. So it's it it's not truly, a mature audience type of a thing. So I think that's another thing that we have to also keep in mind. It's like we would love to see all these stuff pop up, but it's literally about the families for Universal. It's like, well, how would this work?
I would see it working well for one event, and you might agree with me on this. Fan Fest night.
Yeah, I could see that. But even then, again, there's kids going to that event. So going to, you know, going to like a land or doing meet and greets with like a character that is in love with his sister isn't exactly, the the greatest interaction you can have with kids, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think it'd just be tough. I think Game of Thrones is something probably that'll never. Yeah, Game of Thrones is something that'll probably never get touched by a theme park, just because that's just too over the top.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, if I had kids, I don't know if I would feel comfortable bringing them to something Game of Thrones related.
Yeah, the idea of that, like if they kept a lot of that more over the top stuff out, would be a really cool land. But obviously, as a show, it doesn't translate. It wouldn't be as popular. I think people really enjoy
Hmm.
that aspect of that show.
You
But
would
yeah,
have to, you would have to significantly water it down
oh, 100%. Yeah, yeah.
to the point like I think people would you would get a lot of pushback. Either you got to go all the way with it, or don't touch it at all.
Now I could see them selling merch, like just very very subtle type deals, but there's
Yeah,
no way
that'd be
you
cool.
can. Yeah, there's no way you can go full on like land. There's no chance you can go full on land. Even a ride, maybe a show if you watered it completely down, but uh, there's no way I could even I wouldn't even do meet and greets. Like it's just maybe with the spinoff. What is it called? The dragon one.
House of Dragons.
House of Dragons. Maybe that type of a spinoff, but I don't
The
know. I don't
only
know.
thing I could see would be the throne. As like
Yeah,
a, you take like a picture.
yeah, that would be
That
cool. That would be cool. That'd be a cool photo op.
Yeah, that would be the only thing I could see coming. That, or even, I don't know if you could somehow, what is it with the villains, the white, the frost stock. I don't know what they were called. You
Oh,
know
the
what I'm
Frost
talking
people.
about?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a Game of Thrones person. I'm sorry. Too much violence for me.
Just a Jon Snow uh meet and greet. Him walking around would be all right. I think it's like everybody's favorite character. So um,
That's the only thing I think you could probably get away with.
yeah, but other than that, man, that's a tough. The subject matter in there is just way too over the top.
Like I said, I think people would love it, but if you're really trying to go for like families and stuff like that, it might be best to just leave it alone.
Yeah, yeah,
Or
100%.
I probably would be okay with the fan fest night, because that's something that's you only got it for a few months.
Or
I
even
think
a
it's late at night. You might not. I don't know. You speak better at this. Was there a lot of kids at fan fest night?
there were a lot of kids. 100%.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
That's where the difference is between FanFest nights and horror nights. There's a lot more kids there than horror nights for sure, and maybe a horror nights house would work out for Game of Thrones. So like maybe we could throw that into the next HHN convo in a couple years if they do purchase Warner Brothers. I think that would be one that they would consider. But other than that, do you have anything else? The second episode with Ryan on coming out soon, very like today, as of recording today, and then we're gonna have another podcast out before this one, and then it'll be this one. So, but anyway, and then we still have to. There's other stuff that we still have to record, but anyway, um, thank you for watching this episode of the Wildest Ride podcast. We'll catch you on the next one.